Hello, everyone. Welcome to a scene for Kansas, the Changeling the Dreaming venue. We're gonna have this scene in a forest nearby the city, where Kiara is having herself a nice little frolic as a deer. Uh, and yeah, that's kind of what she's doing.
It's very quiet in the evening in this forest. The sun is starting to set. The light is shining through the tree line, illuminating the forest floor. Um, it's very peaceful out here, away from the hustle of the cities. You hear the chirping of birds, of other critters far away. You know what? To get this scene popping off really fucking quick, there's a little rabbit just hopping around. Hop, 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 hop. And oh, sorry. Go ahead. If you was going to talk, I was giving you a
No,
chance
uh-uh,
to do it. Okay,
nope.
it's a nice, pretty little rabbit. It's almost it's quite a bit of a surprise when an arrow goes into it.
Um, Kiara is nearby. She sees the arrow go into the rabbit, and she jumps, but she doesn't run away. Um, she's curious as to where that arrow came from. So she very carefully walks over closer to the rabbit and kind of gets down into some foliage to see who's going to come and get it.
All right, and there is going to be a woman that comes out. It looks like she has a hunting bow and some arrows on her. Um, for her part, she does not look the part of someone that really hunts. She's dressed a tad inappropriately, with a hoodie on, um, jeans of all things, and boots. Um, However, she seems very comfortable here. She does have her hood up at the moment, and she goes and she kneels down to the rabbit. And she does brandish a small knife, um, pretty much mercy killing the rabbit, for getting up and taking it, like taking the body.
Kiara flinches and rustles the foliage around her as the as Karina cuts the throat of the rabbit. So Karina can hear uh, the sound of the rustling.
The rustling is going to definitely catch Karina's eye, who is going to drop the rabbit and knock an arrow.
Um, Seeing that she's picking up an arrow, um, Kiara will jump up and start to run away.
Karina's going to see the deer, and she's not going to do anything about it at this point. She already has her food for the day. She doesn't really want to go after something that's too much work to take down that'll go to waste anyway.
Um, Kiara runs off to a bush or something where she'll be hidden, and she'll shift back to her human form and come back out. And Karina will see a woman walking towards her.
Okay. I assume she has a Fey mane, right?
Oh yeah, and it looks like a deer. She's got the doe eyes and the ears and the telltale signs of a deer.
Yeah. Upon seeing that, upon seeing a, she can figure is a Fey of some kind. Um, she'll stop, pull her hood off, and Kiara will see that this is a she. As she pulls down the hood, the ears are fully revealed.
Seeing that she is a she, Kiara will. She won't kneel, but well, you know what? They're in the middle of a forest. Nobody can see them. Yeah, she's going to. She's going to kneel down.
Karina will walk towards her. She is not very threatening. After she sees the Fae, she pretty much takes a. She kind of just slings her bow over her shoulder and walks up to Kiara. How's Kiara dressed?
Um, she's in sort of casual clothing. A We'll say she's in jeans and boots and uh, a V-neck shirt.
Karina's gonna kneel down. Well, no, she's not gonna kneel down in front of her. She will just look down at Kiara and say, "Stand up. You are more vulnerable like that."
Gives her a little bit of a curious look and stands up.
This isn't court. We are away from all that here.
She'll give a little bit of a nod. I apologize.
It is not me that you did offense to. I am sorry if I almost shot you earlier.
No, you didn't almost shoot me.
Right.
She gives a little bit of a smile.
What are you doing out here?
Um, she kind of like points, gestures to the forest. Um, that is a direct question. So she just kind of shrugs. It's it's nature.
Fair enough. What is your name? Pooka?
she'll she'll nod at the puka. You know, that is a very interesting question. What's really in a name, anyway?
Hmm. There can be many things in a name.
True, true. She'll fumble around and uh, find a business card with her mortal name on it, which is Ana Rosa Mendoza. She does speak um, with an accent that I'm not doing,
That's fine.
as if
Karina would not pick up on the accent yet.
well, Spanish is her native language, so um, but she does have an accent, and it's not as thick as some native Spanish speakers. She's very much tried to train it out of herself. Um, but she'll hand her business card. She's a dental hygienist.
And this is your human name.
She It's a direct question. She can't fucking answer it.
Yeah, just go with it. Just go with it. It's all good.
um,
She's gonna get lies. It's all good.
um, shrugs.
Now tell me your real name.
Well, that was not a question. So it's it's Kiara.
Your real name is the same one as my fake name.
She raises an eyebrow. It is.
Yes. I don't have a connection to the name, so I don't particularly care. My real name is Karina. Lady Karina Stormfury from House Ocean.
She she was already in a fairly state of reverence, but she takes a more submissive demeanor when hearing Lady Karina. Um, it's very nice to meet you, Lady Karina.
You as well, Kiara. Says that as if it's very unnatural for her to say. To be fair, almost everything Karina says sounds a bit unnatural.
Uh huh.
Um, and Karina will look to Kiara and finally say, "We still observe hospitality, and while I am not in a house, I do have a rabbit that I was planning on eating. Would you like to eat it with me?"
Um, she.
I'm going to rephrase that. I'm going to come. I'm going to go to my campsite and eat this rabbit. I don't care what you do, but I am saying if you want to, you can come along and eat the rabbit with me. And Karina's just gonna go and start and head towards her fucking campsite and eat this rabbit because she's hungry as fuck.
And Kiara's gonna follow her.
Okay.
she'll when they get there, she'll say to her, "So do you just hunt for food?"
Generally, yes.
She'll smile. Good. People who hunt for trophies. She doesn't really finish that thought, but there's a definite um, disdain on her face when she says that.
I can't say that I entirely disagree with that practice, but I can certainly understand why you would feel like that, considering.
She just nods.
You will find no skulls in my home, nor in my campsite, where they finally get to Karina's campsite. It's just kind of like a tiny little tent um, with the little circle set up for a campfire.
She'll say, skulls and bones. You want people. People keep them as decorations all the time. They paint them. They make jewelry out of them. That she shrugs. Doesn't bother me. It's those who kill just to kill. Don't care to use any of it except for a trophy like a head mounted on their wall or a rug on their floor.
Why would I kill something just to step on it?
Aren't things more fun to step on when they're alive?
What is the. I remember now. That sounds like a very loaded question.
She'll So, the rabbit, do you want some help cleaning it?
No, I mean no offense. I just need to remember how to do it on my own. As Karina starts to prepare this rabbit for some cooking and shit.
Hmm. And Kara will watch.
Yeah. All right, so Karina only has survival one. So she's pretty basic at it. It's not the best, but she also has the nature's child merit. So she's better than most, at least at her skill level.
Hmm.
She doesn't seem uncomfortable with doing what you need to do to prepare a rabbit to be cooked and all that.
Um, Kara does have survival too, so she knows a little bit more about it. Um, she watches and she keeps her mouth shut. Like she's like repeating in her mind. She said she needed to do it. She said she didn't need any help. She didn't want me to help her, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and I'm not gonna say anything. And just watching and kind of like chewing her lip um, as she watches her do it, wanting to say stuff so badly, but just keeping keeping a rein on it. Like, no, I can't say anything. She has to do it on her own. She wants to help so badly.
Yep. After she's done, it's a pretty decent job. Pretty decent job. She'll nod to her. Karina will nod to herself. She seems very satisfied. She will turn back and she will say, "If you must know, I wish to learn how to survive here on my own.
She'll nod.
I don't like the pudding food humans eat. No, well, I like it. I just think it is too easy. It makes us complacent.
I have a garden.
Fair, but that is not pudding food.
She cocks her head.
The meat that is processed so much that you can bite into it like pudding. I believe one of these places that sells pudding food is McDonald's. She nods.
She cringes. She cringes.
I see you also do
Do you
not
know
like.
how, do you know how unhealthy and bad for your teeth that stuff is? And the rest of your body, really, but
No, I just don't want my meat to taste to feel like pudding. But suppose she'll shrug. She don't know shit about that.
it's it's not the best. Definitely not the best. I definitely prefer food that's more fresh.
Please do not tell me you're one of those that only eats organic.
She she shakes her head. No, I but I prefer my food. I grow some myself, and I go, buy it from the store or get from friends. I'll trade with them. Um, but I don't have a preference. I just not not fast food. That's not food.
Right, that is what they call it. They're putting food, fast food.
It's not food. And she looks very put off by it. Like she really doesn't like the idea of eating fast food.
Yeah, green is violet. She'll just nod and say, "Understood then."
So besides learning to survive, what are you what are you doing out here?
Relaxing.
She smiles. She'll nod. It is relaxing out here, isn't it?
Yes, I prefer it over the stone and the glass and the contained lightning.
Out of character, is there a difference in the means between an Arcadian and an Autumn-She?
The only difference that there really is like Autumn She are beautiful, but in a more human way, and Arcadians are just fucking perfect.
Okay.
Karina unfortunately blurs the line because her appearance spec is wild.
All right. So Kiara's probably having a hard time deciphering whether she's an Autumn-She or Arcadian-She.
Yeah. I don't think it's considered too uncouth to ask, though.
Yeah, she's about to, but I wanted to know if she could tell before I had her ask. Um, she's gonna look at her curiously. She'll say, "Um, which which kind of she are you?" If you don't mind me asking. She'll put her head down.
The term that they use here is Arcadian.
She'll nod. Okay.
If you were to ask me, I would say that I came from Alfheim, which in essence is the same thing.
Okay.
I find it interesting that you are not trying to kill me. She says that very matter of factly and almost nonchalantly as she pulls the rabbit from the fire as it is finished.
Um, Kiara furrows her brow and looks at her. Why would I be trying to kill you?
Hmm. I have met many a commoner dissatisfied with the current state of events, which I cannot necessarily blame them for.
She takes a deep breath. Um, Karina can already tell that Kiara's own views are not in line with a lot of commoners. Um, I wish I wish that they would learn to trust that the she do what's best for us. And she believes that very genuinely.
This is gonna throw Karina off. She ain't experienced this in a long fucking time. Like the homegirl has to stop and just kind of look. It is good to see someone whose opinions align with mine.
The she were chosen to rule, so we should trust them. The dreaming wouldn't put them in charge if they weren't going to do right by the kingdom. She'll smile.
You don't have many commoner friends, do you?
She'll she'll shake her head. Not really. Which is fine. I have a couple of friends. One of them's another she. But for the most part, I work and come out here.
That sounds very boring.
Not really. Maybe a little.
We must break you from this cycle then. Routine is their way. It's not going to be ours. As much as we have to depend on it. And she says that with some disdain in her voice.
She furrows her brow again. What do you mean?
The schedules of humans and their routine daily lives and changing and cyclical.
Well, I don't have the exact same routine every day.
It's good to know. We will still break you from whatever your routine is.
Well, I still have to work.
As do I. She says as if she fucking remembered that.
Do you want to be my friend?
I suppose? She says like a question. She's it's obvious that she's never just been asked a question like that. She's yeah.
Well, you're being nice to me and stuff, so I wondered. It's okay if you don't.
I don't care personally. I can tell you that I don't want you as an enemy.
Me either.
Suppose I just haven't had anyone come up to me and just ask if they would like to be friends.
She'll
However,
smile.
however, there are those that have they seemingly have taken a liking to me.
That's good, right?
I would think so. We seem to be collecting Pooka. Interesting. And she kind of almost says that to herself. It was kind of a throwaway.
Other Pooka?
Yes, there is another Pooka that I know, and she seems to have taken a liking to me. Her name is Lucy. She is a child.
I'm good with kids, I think.
I am not good with children, which baffles me as to why she likes me.
Well, you're a she. And you seem to be a little different.
Elaborate.
She'll she'll get a bashful look. Most she I know wouldn't be caught dead out here. The fact that you're willing to She'll air quote rough it. Sets you apart.
To me, this is normal.
You were in the minority then.
Very well. I can I can accept that. I don't care to do what others do because they do. I enjoy this, so I do this.
She'll nod, smile. Well, I have work tomorrow, so I should probably go.
Very well.
I
I
oh, go ahead.
I understand that it is customary for friends to exchange phone numbers. I believe that is the term.
Do you have a phone?
Yes.
May I see it?
Karina hands it to Kiara. It's like a really
Kiara takes.
basic flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really basic flip phone.
Kiara smiles when she sees that it's a flip phone, and she'll open it. She'll think for a moment, like, how do I work these again? Okay, no, I remember. And and she'll put her name and number in the phone and hand it back. I'm in there.
Also, if you wish to pay me back for my hospitality, show me more on how to use these phones.
Of course, I'd be happy to.
I do not like them, but they are necessary, it seems.
Yeah, they are quite necessary this day and age. And she'll take her phone out, which is a smartphone, um, with the touch screen and everything. And she'll kind of just she'll stand next to her and just kind of go through apps and things like that and show her, what you can do with just your finger. And
Why
give you
are you
more.
both so angry?
What'd she say?
So angry.
So angry.
Yes, and she points to the Angry Birds app. I assume Kiara has Angry Birds on her phone.
Oh, she does. Um, um, well, it's a game. Um, you see, they're the birds are angry because the green pigs are trying to take over their territory. So the object of the game is to try and keep the pigs from taking over. And
Ah, so
you
you kill the
and you
pigs.
yeah, you with the birds you slingshot them.
Why would you slingshot the birds if they can fly?
It's to make them go faster. You you either slingshot them directly into the pigs or into the objects that will knock the pigs down and therefore killing the pigs.
It is very interesting that these birds are willing to die to kill these pigs. They are very motivated to kill them, it seems.
Yes. Yes, they are.
I don't remember the last time I was that motivated to kill someone or something.
Yeah, well, it's just a game. Um, um, so, uh, just I put my name and number in there, so just message me if you want or call.
Very well then.
And she'll turn around and head on back to her car and then to her house.
Karina will stay there a bit longer before she packs up and also heads back to her home. Very curious about the deer that she has met.
And Kiara's very curious about the she that she just met and hopes that she will hear from her. And I believe that is where we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time.